Today, more than ever, it is necessary for every Indian to know the Constitution of India, regardless of religion, caste, gender, language, or background. Why? Because the political situations we face in our country today are complex and sometimes troubling. We often feel powerless, unheard, or unsure of what is right or wrong. But there is one thing we can always trust: a book that does not lie, a law that does not change with the power, a system that protects your voice, your freedom, and your dignity. That is the Constitution of India. If we want to stand against injustice, if we want to question violations, we must first understand what our Constitution says. Because the Constitution is not corrupt. It was written by people who dreamed of a free, equal, and united India, and that dream still lives in these pages. This is why we are starting this video series, not just to study the Constitution, but to understand it, trust it, and use it as a responsible citizen of the world's largest democracy. Imagine you are playing a cricket match, but only one team knows the rules. Would that game be fair? Now, imagine a country where leaders make decisions with no rules at all. That would be dangerous. There would be confusion, injustice, and no freedom. To prevent this, every democratic country has a constitution, a book of rules. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of our land. It is a document that tells us how the government works, what powers the leaders have, what rights and duties people have, and how to solve problems peacefully. After independence in 1947, India needed a fresh start. A team of wise leaders called the Constituent Assembly came together. They studied many other countries' constitutions and discussed every word. And after almost 3 years, they completed our constitution. The main writer and the leader of this work was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We adopted the constitution on 26th November 1949 and it came into force on 26th January 1950, celebrated as Republic Day. Before we enter the Constitution, we first read the Preamble. It is a short introduction that tells us the purpose of the Constitution. It says, "We, the people of India." This means the power belongs to us, the citizens. It also says that India is sovereign. We are independent. Socialist. We care for social justice. Secular. All religions are equal here. Democratic. People elect the government. Republic. No king, but an elected president. These are the values that guide everything in the Constitution. The Constitution is not just for leaders, it is for you, the citizen. It gives you the right to equality, the right to freedom, the right to education, the right to practice any religion. It also tells the government how to make laws, how to spend money, how to protect people's rights. And if something goes wrong, the Constitution gives you the right to go to court and fight for justice. Some people think the Constitution is only for lawyers or politicians, but that is not true. If you are a student, it protects your right to education. If you are a worker, it defends your right to fair treatment. If you are a citizen, it gives you the right to speak freely, vote, and live safely. Knowing your Constitution makes you a responsible citizen. And a responsible citizen is the strongest part of democracy. The Constitution is not just a book. It is a living document. It protects you, guides the nation, and reminds us who we are. In the coming episodes, we will explore every important part of this Constitution in simple language with real life examples. Now, let us quickly revise what we learned in this episode. The Constitution is the rulebook of India. It tells how the government works and what rights citizens have. It was adopted in 1949 and came into force on 26th January 1950. The Preamble shows India's values: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and a republic. Knowing our Constitution makes you an informed and empowered Indian citizen. Let us see what you remember. Here are 5 questions for you. 1. What is the Constitution and why is it important? 2. Who wrote the Constitution of India? 3. What is the Preamble and what values does it include? 4. When was the Constitution adopted and when did it came into force? 5. How does the Constitution affect your life today? You can write your answers in a notebook or even comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. Want a challenge? Try writing your own version of the preamble in your own words. As we end this first episode, let us take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to the freedom fighters who gave their lives for our independence, to the visionaries who debated every word of our Constitution with courage and compassion, to the leaders like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who carried the pain of social injustice and yet gave us a book filled with hope, equality, and justice. They suffered so we could speak freely. They struggled so we could vote, learn, and live with dignity. Let us never forget that this Constitution was written with sacrifice and it must be protected with awareness. So, let this be our tribute, not just to memorize the Constitution, but to live it. In the next episode, we will travel back in time to understand what India was like before 1950 under British rule. Why did we feel the need for a new system? What made us decide we need our own constitution? Join me in episode 2. The historical background why India needed a constitution. Let us keep learning. Let us keep questioning. And let's keep building